Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan, and thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, go ahead and check out my wife's channel at Val33 Tarot. She does review as well. Thank you. I'll be starting by pulling your current or overall energy. And then we'll be going into clarifiers. Okay, I'll get the cards out first, and then I'll begin. Whoa. It's crazy how things shift and change considering the circumstances and unfortunate events. It's how fast things can take a turn, Taurus, and that seems to be the message. It's almost like allowing your emotions to kind of call the shots. Now, it kind of brings up this other thing about what possesses you. Emotions can possess you, so can thoughts. So who's really truly running the show? You're kind of showing me that there is this shift going on within your energy. Now, I'm not saying this to be triggering or offensive or to scare anyone out there. It's just a context of the word. It's like saying, are you allowing your emotions to kind of drag you this way and you're allowing your thoughts to drag you this way? Kind of like thinking before you do something or thinking before you act. I get it. Yeah, I get it. It's like, yeah. Sit with it. Sit with it. Sit with it. I get it. It's like you're carrying around these things, these emotions and these thoughts, and even though it's not tangible, you can't get a hold of them, you still got to work with it. It's kind of like the acceptance and the acknowledgement of it, of that energy still exists. One more. And you're like, tell me more. Okay. We'll see. If you want more, stay here then. Don't go anywhere else. I'm going to say that once. So, jumping into this, what you're showing me is you definitely are trying to focus on moving forward. Even though you're showing me that there is quite a burden and pressure here, you are trying to formulate some sort of plan or possible strategy. A lot of this is going on within the mind. I know you know about shadow games as well. I wouldn't play here. That being said, you are definitely going through some type of spiritual transformation or shift. But overall, with the way you've been feeling, it's an energy of, are you in control or are you not in control of yourself? What is going on regarding these emotions? You're ultimately showing me whether this is lust, addiction, or problems, or something here, but you are having to dive deep within your soul to figure out what it is you truly want. And ultimately what you're coming up with is, I have absolutely no idea how all this is making sense and how all this is all happening. You're kind of spinning your wheels here in circles a little bit. But what's fascinating is this is definitely your fate or destiny to be happening this way. You're ultimately saying, well, I need more clarity. I need more perspective. And that's what's fascinating is the more clarity and the more perspective you are gaining, those emotions are taking control of you. But you want to know more, so let's go ahead and jump into clarifiers and see what we can find. Let's see. I want the truth. Like, I don't know why that movie flashed through my mind. You can't handle the truth. It's almost like the mind hasn't been expanded or grown enough to accept or grasp it yet. You're ultimately saying like, oh, fill in the blank. Yeah. Yeah, it's bringing up a lot. And again, the thoughts, the anxiety, the stress, the worry, the fixation, it's beginning to kick in a little bit. Like I said, who's in control? Your thoughts, your emotions, who's in control? Yeah, you feel what you feel. You feel what you feel. Yeah, you're just wanting everything to kind of balance itself out. But I feel like this is more so for the sake of financial security. Even though you're saying, I don't know where things are headed, it feels like something here is equal, and it almost feels like something here is equal between you and someone. And there's the guardedness. Possibly someone that you've worked with in the past. You're working on it though. It's like you're working on letting it go or working on letting them go. It's like I'm trying. It's like, don't try, just do. Don't try, just do. You know, everyone does have their process and everything does take time to kind of sift through their thoughts and their emotions to really know thyself. But in order to know yourself, you have to sit down with yourself and be willing to look at yourself and say, why do I think this way? Why do I feel this way? What is going on internally? How can someone else know you better than you? Because they know themselves. That's why. More confusion. I'm not trying to put you in circles here, Taurus. I'm not. But you're kind of putting yourself in circles by going, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? What about, like I said, who's in control? Your thoughts? The demons of the mind? What's going on? And again, not to scare or trigger or offend anyone, but who's in control? How does this all make sense? The mind is constantly grasping to fill the void of not knowing. The mind will attach itself to things like a parasite. It's got to be pulled out of the dark and into the light. Yeah, that'll definitely level you up. Like I said, shadow games. Step out of the shadow realm. It's a game that's been played since the beginning of time. It's nothing new. Yeah, of course the whole world's watching. So what? They can watch, they can talk, they can squawk their beaks. Doesn't matter. Be done with this, Taurus. Be done with this. Jeez. I get it. I get it. That drive, that passion, that I need to, I have to. You have to what? You know what's crazy is people will show you immediately what their first initial response or instinct is to you. You know, it's like if someone reaches out and if nothing happens, you got your sign immediately. That was chance one. You may not ever get another one. People will show you immediately right away. Sometimes people even tell you. But the question is, do you believe it, or are those demons playing tricks with your mind about, oh, I don't know, I don't trust them? Well, did you even give them a chance? Or not? Or was it just a, no, I don't know about them, so I'm going to block it and kind of be distant and cold, and it's like, I'm not going to fully lean into this. And it's like, but now I see there is something of a collaborative energy here that you're like, slowly breaking my heart. And you're starting to feel like you're losing a bit of self-control. And it's like, that's when you got to kind of check yourself before anything gets wrecked. You always tell people point blank what you're thinking. The problem is many people out there don't believe you. It's like, no, follow through with action. It's like, really? Okay, let's see your action if you believe me. I get it. They're like I said, there's something here from your past that's kind of like constantly pulling your attention. It's like gravity. Maybe someone, but I don't know. You're trying to figure out exactly what you want to do. It's like, well, this or that, this or that. I don't know. I don't know either. There's that energy right there. What to do, what to do. You think even though that hippo is strong enough to carry that crocodile on its back, what do you think that crocodile could represent? You know what the yeses are. The snakes are singing. They're pissy and they like to be snappy. It's like a rattlesnake. You can hear him from a mile away. You just got to listen. You're ultimately showing me like what to do about my grand vision. It's like, I'm not too sure. There's something here that you yourself are experiencing and going through, Taurus, that requires your attention, your acknowledgement. Like, what about the future? It's like, what about the now? Are you living in the now? Or are you thinking about how things could be in the future, how things were in the past? Where's your mind and your attention and your emotions going? It could be this, it could be that, it could be them, it could be them. Where's now? Are you living in the present, or is your mind kind of projecting out into life in the world, saying this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, on a constant search to fill that void? Welcome to the abyss. Oh, you like that one, don't you? Yeah, you do. Of course you do. You're saying it is fated or destined for you to take some sort of journey for your own fulfillment. There you go. There you go. And that's what it's about. Follow your heart. Well, what if my heart is telling me this or telling me that, or this person or that person? Then you need to sit a little bit longer with yourself and fill that out. It could be one, it could be the other, it could be none. It just depends. That's when you have to ask yourself some very deep questions that you might not want to ask. I get it. I do. It's a juggle. The juggle is the struggle. You're not too sure whether or not you want to walk away from this or them. And that's what's fascinating, is you're not too sure if there will be changes made along the way. It's like, do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? And that's, again, a question you're going to have to ask yourself. I can't tell you that. That's a decision you have to make. That's called free will. There is no right or wrong in life. You just choose and move forward with it. Yeah, I feel like there is someone here. There's someone here. You're trying to figure out, like, but what about this? What about them? What about everything we've created together? Yeah. Seasons come and go. So do people. So do emotions, and so do thoughts. The question is, what's going to stand by you and be there with you and last? Is someone going to fight for you, or are they not? They're just going to be like, yeah, go for it then. I'll let you walk out the door. Or are they going to show you with their actions by choosing to stay? Something you got to open your eyes to and see for yourself. Sometimes the hardest thing is to see what's right in front of you, or who's right in front of you. Is it real life or is it fantasy? I feel like there is someone here that you want to fight for. There is. And that's what it's all about. Go after what or who you want, Taurus. Of course, if you are dealing with anyone, which you clearly are. We do have showing up Scorpio, Leo, Virgo, Pisces, Libra, Aries, Gemini, and more Pisces. Goodbye.